All right, so it's a wet and rainy day today. Just got back from Arizona visiting family. The wife and son are still out in Arizona, but I really wanted to get some tractoring done to keep working on that range road. But obviously in the rain, it's not really recommended. It's all mud, so I don't want to get the tractor completely caked in mud. Not to mention, the whole point of building this range road or this driveway is to flatten out the gradient so it's easy and safe to drive back there. So it's okay, but I can show you guys the progress because I have been working on that driveway ever since. So let me show you guys what we got so far. I got a comment that I shouldn't wear my hat backwards because that's for kids, but don't tell me what to do. I know my dog Bear's around here somewhere. Bear. Oh, there you are. What's up, buddy? Hey, dude. Hey, buddy, you having fun outside? Getting all wet, causing trouble? Come on, let's go. All right, let's check this progress out. Like I said, it's all muddy. I'm curious about the drainage too, on how that's working on the road back here. Okay, so if you guys remember, this is where I started on the road, and I was working my way back, and I think I left off about here. Maybe a little more, maybe about to this corner right about there. So what I've done so far is all that. So I've pretty much quadrupled my progress. You can kind of see where that wood and that, you can kind of see where the water and mud is all piling up or pooling up. So it's super slippery, but I got my slip-on Ariats, I'm good. The cool thing about the tractor is this thing pulls out some massive boulders. I started with this, I'm like, dang dude, these are big boulders. That little tiny 25S Workmaster from New Holland is doing awesome. And no, I'm not sponsored or anything by them. I bought my own tractor, but this is what I ended up doing yesterday. So I showed you guys that, and it goes about to that tree right there. And then I did this part over here, and then this was yesterday's progress, was I started digging out this part, these humongous freaking boulders right here. So I wear size 13 boots just for comparison, and look at the size of this rock right here. That little backhoe actually pulls these things up. The only hard part is it doesn't fit in the bucket, so I end up kind of like lifting it and then scooting it over. But that backhoe kicks these rocks around like a soccer ball. It's incredible. And then this is where I finished up yesterday. So we got like something big. This is another big rock. I just have to figure out where it starts to be able to pull it out. But you can kind of see how deep this was too. It's a lot of work, but it's really fun. And the tractor just makes it that much more fun. It's a blast. One thing I probably could do today, oh my God, look at this. This is why I'm not going to do any tractor work today. This would all be kicked on the wheels and tires. Ugh. Oh yeah, it's slippery back here. I need to keep flattening this out to make this a road. I'll probably start raising it a little bit. It doesn't have to go so deep, but right here is where I really have to cut into that hill. But I'm going to use those boulders and maybe line this driveway so it's going to look really nice too. So back this way, the dog. He loves life out here, man. So what I want to do is I want to take the chainsaw, all these dead trees that you see, the ones that are really like leaning out, I'm going to cut those down. I'm going to cut down the small trees and leave the big trees just to kind of clear things up and make it usable. Because right now it's just so dang thick. Yeah, all right. So I got to pull all this stuff out. Like this tree right here that's leaning out, I'm just going to cut that whole thing down. That's just getting in the way of the range in the driveway. And then really, this is where the range is going to start. So I only have probably another, I don't know, 60, 80 feet or so of road to cut in or driveway to cut in. Then I'm going to try to get some gravel and all that. But then this is gonna be the range. So again, I'm gonna cut all these dead trees and twigs and all that stuff. And I'll probably do some chainsawing today while I have time. And then the range will be clear. I don't know, I'm hoping to get this done in the next few weeks. I want to keep it beautiful. I don't just want to make it a big flat empty range, but I have to make it look good for the camera too. So that's where I'm at right now. It's been really fun. I love that New Holland Workmaster, that 25S. It's got way more power than it does tractor. And what I mean by that is if I'm like digging, that whole tractor will lift itself up. Like the weight of it isn't quite enough, which isn't a bad thing because I like the lightweight. I think you can have too much tractor. If the tractor's too big, it's not practical. I can't use it for chores and stuff. And once I'm done building this range, we have a lot of other projects we want to do here. We want to put fencing up along the perimeter of the road or the perimeter of the property, put like a nice fence. We're not sure what kind yet. And then there's just lots of projects that we're gonna need. It's gonna be like a big wheelbarrow, really. I mean, it's just really good to have. Otherwise, that's about it. I'm gonna do some chainsawing today and start cutting some things down. And then when it gets dry out, I'll be able to take the tractor back here, keep working on that driveway way back over there. And that's it. The cool thing is the curvature of the driveway is turning out really pretty. Like it's not just a straight driveway, it's kind of a little windy, and I want to keep it that way. It just adds to the look and the natural landscape of the property. So fun stuff, guys, but let's get to chainsawing. All right, chainsaw is topped off, full on bar and chain oil, brand new blade and bar. I went with a 16-inch bar. This one came with a 14. The old chain was getting dull, so I went to buy a new chain, but then I realized my biggest complaint with this little chainsaw is I wish the bar was a little bit longer. So I bought a 16-inch as opposed to the 14, so it should give me a little more reach. So quick change of plans. I will be using the tractor after all. The only difference is I need to just use it to like haul some of the trees, lift the trees up so I can start cutting up those logs and everything. So not too bad. It's all gassed up, ready to go. Must be a pretty big tank. I'm guessing it's probably somewhere around like a 10-gallon tank because after just about, geez, I don't know how many hours I have on this thing. So far I have 8.5 hours on this, and I put in about 5 gallons of diesel, and we're back to full. It was about half empty. So logic tells me we are somewhere in the 10-gallon range. Anyways, let's go do some tractoring, I guess. Grab the old saw bay right here. Get you in the bucket. Some chains and cables. Grab the axe. Well, this is a good example of how slippery it is. Oh shit, that's my GoPro case. Ugh. GoPro accessories. Okay. So here's the progress I did. Everything that was leaning out this way, I pretty much chopped. So now what I have to do is take that tractor. I gotta lift these trees. Like this tree was not doing too well. There's a lot of vines, and these vines are absolutely nuts, but I'm gonna take this stuff out of the bucket. Then I want to lift up this tree and start chopping it up into good firewood length logs. I want to get rid of all these little branches and stuff, because that can mess up the tractor if you get that caught on a hydraulic line or something. Definitely don't want to do it. These vines are ridiculous, man. It should be good. We should be able to start cutting these logs in little sections. All right. Look at these vines. These vines just hold together these dead trees. It's just absolutely insane. Look at that. All right, let's see if I can't cut this baby up. So got the main trunk cut up pretty much. So I'll take all these, load them in the bucket. Look at this honker. Yeah, so this mud just didn't work out. It's way too wet and muddy. So that's gonna be it for the tractor. It took me like 10 minutes to get out of the freaking mud hole that I was in. So yeah. All right, well that's it guys. I'm gonna keep working on clearing this stuff out, but today it's not gonna happen. Just the rain, the muddy weather. It took like 10 minutes to get my tractor out of that mud pit. You know, as you go forward, the whole thing's just going sideways. It just didn't work out, so. Anyways, a lot better. Things are looking good. Tomorrow, if it dries up, I'll probably go and keep playing. Otherwise, see you guys next time. I'll keep working at this and send you guys an update in a week or two. See you guys.